to use them. I never thought that so many people would be participating. I always thought that actually कौन होगा सर? Generally कौन होगा? कि suddenly कोई चीज़ को कौन और असुविधा है? झील असुविधा है प्रॉब्लम कौन? तास में तो 5 का झील हो जाए। पिकनिक के सिंथी आसी हुए कोई एक से जोड़ने में जो 5 का रोई चुके। वो वाला कोई सिंथी असुविधा है आसी हुए last moment I was skeptical things I think a problem I was always in a way I can't possibly even say skeptical. In fact I was worried in sense that we have taken this room for the occasion and unless this room sees 100% attendance would not have been so, and I did not see 100% attendance, it would not have been nice. And my sister being a Rotary member, her reputation was in a way at stake. And we promised, I even declared in the Facebook group, in social media uploaded that so singing and dancing are part and parcel, but can you speak? So had I not had so many students delivering here, of course there were quite a few mistakes, but I think it takes some heart to come all the way from the place they sit to the stage. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thanks so much. Thanks a lot. जितू सामने पे इनके कार्य ऑडियो ने टिकट दिया दिखाई मारे Thank you, sir.
Thanks everybody. Please be seated. So, after the long hours of listening, let us come to some serious business. The thing exactly for which we are here. I listened to everybody carefully and I have noted a few names. I'll call those names and will tell why I noted those names. I begin with Ayushman Pandya. He presented his topic in a very balanced way. It took his time, he was calm, he was quiet on stage. That is one of the most important qualities. That is exactly why I noted his name, and I think he has a very long way to go with a bit of more research. If he is given enough time, he can prepare well and he can present his side really nicely. Keep it up. Subhranshu Sodomri is my old book. I used to compliment school for his hairstyle, but he has come a long way. He is very confident, but at certain points I felt he is a little bit more confident than he should have been. Control your confidence, you will do really good. The next one is Shrikant. He also did a very, no need to come, please wait your place. He also did a very great job. He is also very calm and quiet, but being too quiet. Being quiet is an advantage, but being too quiet sometimes makes you inaudible. So please work on that. The next would be P. Yogita. She was very confident, but at certain points I felt as if she's being very blunt. When you are talking about a very sensitive topic, you have to watch your words. In India, religion and politics often lead to a very violent clash. Governments crumble. So when you are talking about something very sensitive, with which a lot of sentiments are related, you shall have to be careful. The next one is Raj. The thing that I liked about him is he presented his topic in a very balanced way. He did not focus on only one side, he focused on both the sides. So that's a great thing, keep it up. The most surprising speaker of today's speaking session, any guesses who could he or she be? Even I did not believe when she came onto the stage for speaking. She's CA&CMA. When I meant the most surprising speaker, when I say most surprising speaker, I meant it. There is something really special about her. Please be seated. She got a very powerful voice. You can work on your content. You can work on your throat, you can work on your personality, but sadly you cannot work on your voice that is God gifted. She got that. So when she speaks, she has the power. So I feel if she works a little bit on the way to control her confidence, she also has a very long way to go. The next one is Gayatri. She came, she spoke, she left. That is exactly where she committed the mistake. Had she taken her speaking a bit more seriously, she has that personality and aura. When she stands on the stage, one has to look at her. Please use it. Ashish Savitri. He just came and spoke, I think. You would have done well. You also have a very good voice. Work on it. You sound really nice when you use your mic. There are only very few people who sound pleasant on mic. There is another one, Siddhi. She also has a very nice voice, but at certain points I placed as if she is hesitating to speak. Probably she was forcing herself to speak. But if she works on it, she can also do really well. Vigneshwar, I don't need to talk about him. He used to be my student. When I used to take his classes, his voice will not be even audible to even if I'm sitting right in front of him. But he spoke on the stage, it was very pleasant to watch him. Next one is Deepti. She got a very nice flow. I mean, when she talks, it sounds as if something is very smoothly flowing, but doesn't know what is flowing. You have to watch on the content as well. You cannot always rely only on the fact that you've got a nice voice and a nice flow. In the end, we ought to listen to your content. Work on it. The next one is Umesh. He is the longest speaker of the session. The time he took is roughly about the time of 2 to 3 speakers combined together. That is a very nice thing. He can go on speaking, but when you speak long, the biggest responsibility of the people, those who has to speak for a very long time, is you should have to work on stuff. Like I told you, in the end, once I look at you, how you look, I got an overall scanning of your personality. Now, I am craving to listen to what you want to speak. So you have to work on your content. So when you are talking about things that are long, content matters the most. Work on it. The last one would be Venkatesh. He is also a pleasure to be on stage. Presented himself very nicely and very confidently. Overall, it was very nice to listen to him. I think if he works a bit more on content, he can also do really nice. There is one more girl, I could not note her name, but I can point, is you. Yeah. What's her name?